And now my favorite part, what we can learn from the inborn voice of Autumn Calabrese, or better in Italian, Calabrese. This is the summary, as you know from my video, okay? If people that has already watched my video, this is the first video that they are watching. This is the summary, what we can learn, okay? Just some tips, even if I have already talked about many things about Autumn and the other people that I have talked about, okay? So what we can learn from the inborn voice of Autumn. We have a clear, person that has got the two sides, okay? And I can divide from the technical point of view and then the consistent point of view and the inborn voice point of view. But I start from the inborn voice point of view. She has got two and more than two different voices range when she's acting just in a technical point of view, so material point of view, exercising point of view, okay, mentally point of view, and a very huge difference when she starts to talk about the inborn voice, so the emotions that are connected. For a motivational coach, for a trainer coach, for a personal coach, I really like these people. I truly like them because be able to push the other and being a professional coach is absolutely very difficult because you need to work on yourself very hardly, okay? But never forget, you don't need to work only in the superficial part, the technical part, the shallow, all right? We need to work on the deepest part, the inborn voice. I guarantee to these people and many other, I can say everybody, that if you work on this voice, the inborn voice, you will respect your emotion, you will transfer your emotion better, and absolutely in this case, you will not have any kind of problem with your voice during any interview, any training, any video, and in your own life. Please listen it very carefully because I'm talking about people that use diaphragm not only to talk and breathe regularly, but they practice and exercise very hardly. Okay? So the motivation when it's high tones, high pitches, as we have already watched from her, is not healthy. It's healthy when the motivation and some high tones comes, when the high tones are coming because it's growing, okay? The nuances of the voice are growing, okay? Not this roller coaster sense, okay? From the bottom to the top, from the bottom to the top, shouting or whatever, okay? So I hope that you see very carefully the difference. This is the biggest things that we can learn from Autumn, okay? We can have a voice that is also a very robotic one, like a list, like a machine, like a long playing record, okay? With no, emotion involved. When I say emotion, it's not something that is just related a weak point. No, emotion is also strength, power, passion. Many people in this field consider emotion something that is part of their own weaknesses, okay? No, it's not. When you motivate, you have got passion. And you can't let feel the passion just in a technical way because you are in some way trying to reach the motivation through a bad use of the voice with the high pitches, as I said before. When you reach this motivation through the inborn voice, you will see that the sound of the voice will be healthy. And also sometimes when you start to shout, the body is able, the soul, because it's the soul and the inborn voice, or the voice that is inside that was born with you. That's why Autumn decided to motivate people It's a mission. This mission started with her. Okay, it's part of her inborn voice. When she's using the inborn voice, she's able to make the right poses. Okay, and she's able to transfer the feeling, the right motivation, even when it's hard because she's exercising herself with the others, with the team. Okay, what about the consistency part? I can say is very lightly considerable, because in this case we have a very strong division between the technical and the inborn voice. What we can learn that mentally and technically voice can, have very serious problem. Gasping on air, okay, short of breath, even if you're not exercising and just talking in an interview, okay? This rusty and raspy voice, this nasal voice, okay? And I don't want to talk about the teenager's voice, okay? This is something that is more emotional, okay? But when you have this kind of voice, what does it mean? Stop the video. Okay, what does it mean? That your diaphragm, even if you think that mentally you can control it, absolutely it's not listening to you. I repeat it, absolutely it's not listening to you. We need to respect the diaphragm, as we respect the physiology when we are exercising ourselves. Okay? So, absolutely not too much mental and not too much technical. Okay? Doesn't work. Full of passion and let the voice grow, and not asking the voice to make jump, okay? And jumping crazy from the bottom to the top, low sounds and high tones and whatever. Here is great. And when she's inside here, she's respecting also the poses. I want to resume the concept that is very clear, and what we can learn from her is that our voice has got different nuances, and I repeat it again because it's very important. But we can ruin our voice, and ruin our voice means for all the trainer not to get the results, not to reach the goal, because sooner or later they will be all right, they will feel the suffers, all right, of not having a healthy voice. They work with voice, not only with the body, okay? But also we have this teenager voice, okay? That in the hello is too much nasal, okay? It's too much intention. With the podcast, interview is good, is a little bit rounded. There are many, many, many things that we can learn from Autumn, okay? That's why I have selected her. I really appreciate. And but please remember, if you're practicing exercises, please practice exactly this interview, and practice exactly when she's making the exercise, and try to talk after the exercise, and you will realize how hard it is. And we can't. I want that my staff write very, in a very huge way. We can't control our voice. We need to respect our inborn voice. And this is a perfect example. Okay? Two different voices. One, it's good. Not perfect, but it's good. The other one is something that we always can hear and listen from different trainer, but sooner or later this voice will start to not only miss the air, okay? Feel you nervous, because you trainer know very clearly that if you miss the air, you start to feel more nervous, okay? And the voice is expressing very clearly that kind of stuff. So I really want to thank Autumn, because it's hard, not only because she's a woman. No, I don't believe that. I have many men that phone me, call me and say, okay, my abdominals and my total is perfect, but my voice is constantly moving from a settled voice and to a very gaspy voice, right? A very raspy voice, and I don't know what to do. And then we start to work, and guess what? They get a much better motivational voice, and they have a very healthy voice, because they start to respect all the things that the body use when we are talking. And the motivation become brilliant, perfect. Okay? So this is exactly what we can learn. I spoke a lot about that, but for me, more than 40% of my clients come from this field: the fitness, the motivation, the coaches. Okay? And for me, the voice is very important, because it's an instrument that is inside of us, that must be connected, and we need to be respectful. And if we miss it, there is a very sense of confusion, and not only shyness, but a sense that we have lost our mission, because our inborn voice is exactly our call, is the call. And now we are at the end of this video. I really want to thank the people that were able to reach the end of the video, and I think that probably something has touched you, okay? And so I'm very, very happy. I obviously want to thank all of you for watching the video, and I want to say, if you are a coach or you are willing to be a coach, remember, training your body is important. Training your voice is absolutely necessary. Okay? So this video and this practice with Autumn could be just a glimpse of the inborn voice, and I hope that you get the most important part. Your voice, when it's healthy, will be able to give your motivation, how can I say, in a brilliant way. You will be very fulfilled. And please, as usual, it's easy. Like the video and like the channel, and let me know all your questions in the comment below, because I really appreciate to help people. That's my mission. And if you can see and you can listen in my voice, that's exactly what is moving me so much. And when somebody that is motivating the others is able to project all the feeling and the emotion and get great result, I consider that a miracle. Subscribe to the channel and like the video.